Hey, let's see what dingo's joining us for this video. It's Serena. Hi, Serena. Just can't wait to go on a van trip. My gosh. My gosh. Hey, what is happening, fellow van builders? Welcome back to the channel. This is Scott from Vandingo, and I am out here to show you what I think is the best positioning for this SureCal calorifier. For those of you that have had a chance to see it, I put a short on my channel, YouTube short, just with a quick look at where that hot water tank's gonna go. And it was positioning before the tailpipe was moved, which I'm gonna show you today. This is the after the tailpipe was moved moment. And it'll be real clear when we get up underneath the van. You can see the difference. Frankly, it's pretty much night and day because now I have room. So let's go take a look. Right, so what are you looking at here? And so the point of showing you this is that you can't see the tank from the back. Clearance is really good from my perspective. Okay, there's a good view. And this is to the back of the vehicle. And here's the rear differential, rear pumpkin as I call it. And it's sitting up quite high. In fact, I don't know that it needs to be that high. So I was talking about perhaps putting some 80/20 up in there and bringing this down a little bit so I can get at all these fittings on this side. And while I'm under here, let me just show you the tailpipe adjustments that were made. So the muffler shop cut it here because it was impinging on that space, cut it here, put a bend in it, and followed all along that frame member, which is the original tailpipe outlet. So there's a little section of about, I'd say 4 feet of pipe that they put in to allow for that space. So why go with a calorifier and why mount it here? Well, the folks at Vanland, have short wheelbase, in a lot of cases 4-wheel drives, and they're mounting their tanks along up underneath the rear slider or side slider, which you don't have many options, and I was prepared to mount it there. But this is a Sprinter 170, and so it makes this more doable as an option, as long as you move that exhaust pipe. This is cold water in, hot water out, radiator fluid in, radiator fluid out, and this is a blow-off valve. And you've got 110 or 12 volt for this tank. The nice thing about this is it's basically 3 ways to heat it. You can heat it with your solar panels on the 12 volt, you can do shore power, or through here you can use the heat your van's making already as it drives and produces hot water for you. So up here to the floor of the tank is where I'm thinking I would put the 80/20, and that also will help me bring the tank down and replace the tank if I ever had to, instead of having to rip up the floor. So I think 80/20 makes a lot of sense for the approach to mounting this up to the bottom of the van. You know, for me, a home gamer working on this with not the most precise written plans and, build process, and essentially learning everything I needed to learn on YouTube with the likes of, Jeremy at Vanland, thank you, George at Humble Road, and just a host of many others who have provided knowledge. I think the other divine providence here is some of the things that I've ordered, like the custom shower pan, floor pan, not getting the hot water heater sort of ideal completely set in my mind until I determined that, I wanted to try this SureCal calorifier and the way in which I'm going to mount it underneath. I'm glad I didn't rush to get this floor done, frankly, because there's pieces of this floor, let me show you, that would have to come up. Now this is all loose. It's not glued down. I don't have the plywood and flooring up on top of this. and I have a SureCal calorifier that I want to bolt up underneath here. I want to put lag bolts down. I'm going to connect that 80/20 and then cover this floor so that I don't have to rip it up again. So, like I said, I think this is a bit of divine providence. So there you have it. A hot water tank, SureCal calorifier, can be mounted underneath the spare tire, between the spare tire carrier and the rear pumpkin on a Sprinter Van 170. There is room as long as you move your exhaust pipe over just a bit. It's all possible. And that brings that tank up just over a 5-gallon tank. It brings that tank up well above other areas in the van that you could mount it, which could potentially expose it to some hits for various road debris, or if you're doing a little off-roading. Not that you're going to do a lot of that in a 170, but if you're out on a fire road or something like that and you get some rocks jumping up, you might do some damage. So this is a better spot, I think, to mount that tank. Look forward to bringing more content your way. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Looking to grow the channel. Again, be good. Bye-bye.